Welcome back, family, for episode 2. This is Heal Thyself. I'm Justin, and this is my wife,
Janiqua. Hey, y'all.
All right. Last week, we was talking about pretty much the destruction of the body, the 30 breakdown. We was talking about a few of our diagnoses, things that took place. And this week, we're going to be talking about advocating for your health. So, stay tuned. Stay with us. Come back.
First Baptist Church of Elmont, located in Ashland, Virginia, proclaiming God's word, edifying the saints, feeding and caring for those in need. A church that believes everybody is somebody and Christ is Lord of all. Our mission as a congregation is to reach people of all nations with the gospel and make them disciples of Jesus and to teach what Jesus taught.
Hey, welcome back to Conversations That Matter. I'm your host, Justin, and this is my wife,
Janiqua.
All right, so today we're going to be going into advocating for your health. Pretty much just learning to talk to the doctors. You don't have to just take everything that you hear. Standing up for yourself. And we're also going to talk about a few more diagnoses, a lot of diagnoses, pretty much, that she went through, and also myself. All right, so let's start off with, okay, how many doctors did you see?
I stopped counting about at 20, maybe. Yeah, over the time frame.
Okay.
About 20 different doctors, including specialists. At first, I didn't really speak up. I was just listening to everything they said, taking it in, taking the medicine, because I didn't know that I could tell a doctor, what I'm thinking. But, one of my close friends, shout out to her, Daphne, she told me, like, yo, you can tell the doctor, you don't have to believe everything they say. Like, you can ask questions, why I have to be on this medication, why you want me to do this, do that, whatever it is. Yeah, so I started doing that, and I did notice a change. But before I get into all that, I'll give some diagnosis that they said I had. They said I had Crohn's disease, sarcoidosis. They said I had vasculitis, some type of my nerves, something was going on with those. So they put me on all type of medications for that. And all this just started off with my digestive system. So I noticed I was having, pains in my stomach after everything that I was eating. I couldn't figure out why. So go ahead.
Yeah, actually, what happened, she forgets stuff sometimes. So much, man, so much. But, all right, so she wound up getting the flu. That's what really changed everything. She got the flu, had to go to the doctor. And pretty much from there, they started giving her different medications.
One in particular, prednisone.
Okay. So once prednisone hit, it hit the stomach and it caused all kinds of havoc. You started complaining. You was throwing up. You couldn't eat anything.
Everything was like burning. So it wasn't like a heartburn. It was like a deep burn.
Deep stomach burn. Screaming in agony most of the time. Like bent over, holding her stomach constantly. Every little thing she ate. So it started there. And that led to what?
That led to them doing all the procedures, which I had about 28 different procedures done. Like colonoscopies, just MRIs, spinal taps, all type of procedures. They couldn't really find anything like really wrong that kind of matched up to my symptoms. That's what they were telling me. So we just had to, we was talking, had to come up with something, like something had to give.
Yeah.
So we started studying, which led to a diet change, but it wasn't the right diet change. When people think that they're gonna eat healthy, they go to like yogurt or boiled egg, which that still was tearing my stomach up. And I'm like, why? Like, I thought this was healthy. Bacon, chicken, just because I'm not frying it, or even let's get a hamburger, just take the bun off, eat it on lettuce. No, that still didn't help. So we just had to do like some studying. He had to lay the Xbox controller down and actually get in the books.
And I had to, not only for her, but also for myself. As being a man, most men, we look at showing any type of pain as a sign of weakness. So we won't go to the doctor. We keep a lot of stuff to ourselves. So while she was going through her thing, of course I won't say that. I'm the strong one. I'm holding everything down. Because remember episode 1, like I said, we do everything together. So we share the bills. We do everything. We raise our family together. Been together forever. So we depend on each other. So I won't go be that weak one, while she was going through what she was going through. So I kept a lot to myself. So I started dealing with, while she was going through her thing, I actually started dealing with an enlarged prostate. When I talk about pain, woo, man, I was in pain. I couldn't even sit down most of the time. So I drove trucks and all of that stuff over the years and different things like that. So I always had driving jobs. So it got to the point I really couldn't even sit down driving. So it was tough. So I went to patient first. I never really went to a doctor big time for it. I went to patient first. They gave me some medicine, and man, when I tell you that medicine destroyed my body, I suffered big time. So I had to figure out a way for me and her to try to do this thing natural so that we can actually afford things. We're going to come back. We're going to go to a commercial break. And we're going to come back and we're going to discuss this further as far as the diagnosis. And we're going to also talk about coming out of this thing and learning how to fight back and also still advocating for your health. Stay tuned.
Strategically Inspired Solutions is your source for personal and professional development services. Our dedicated team of transformational coaches, speakers, and consultants know how to drive innovation and deliver high-impact results. In our one-on-one or group coaching programs, you will discover and design the authentic life you have always desired. Strategically Inspired Solutions also offers comprehensive consulting services to small, mid-size, and large firms. We invite you to join our family of clients and partners by visiting our website at www.sysmotivation.com. We look forward to working with you in creating a newfound purpose, vision, and energy for yourself, your company, and within your communities.
All right, welcome back, family. I'm your host, Justin.
And I'm Janiqua.
You're with Conversations That Matter. And so, we were just talking about the diagnosis, and we was actually also talking about the doctors. Pretty much what the doctors started diagnosing her with. So, we can start back off with, what exactly did these doctors take you through?
These doctors, I'm gonna keep it nice. They were a bunch of different people. I did not run across a good doctor at all in this journey. I felt like they didn't believe me. They thought I was making all this up. They actually had like side conversations on the side. One doctor in particular had the whole office turned up on us. So that was pretty rough.
I remember that.
So he always want to get me. I'm gonna tell her this. I'm gonna tell her that. But yeah. So that's why it's important to advocate for your health. You are more than welcome to tell the doctor just things that you think. I noticed when I started, asking the doctor questions, they really didn't have the answers for me. They'll get a laptop and just do what I'm doing, Google stuff like that.
There was one doctor when we got in there. I was shocked because she pretty much got in front of us and she did the same thing that I do at home. She pulled out her iPad and she went on WebMD. And I was like, okay, what are you doing? I'm thinking to myself, I didn't say it out loud. So I'm looking at her like, what are you doing? So she actually started saying, okay, what's your symptoms? And she started going down the list. She said, ooh, let's try this. We're going to try this. This doctor tried this before. So we're going to try this medicine. So I was like, okay. So pretty much the difference between her and me, they can just go in there and find out what type of medicine and they can prescribe it. So as far as I'm doing the same thing, so I can pretty much come and tell them I think this is wrong with me. But they really never listen. Yeah. It's a whole pattern that they have to go as far as insurance purposes and money purposes. They have to do one test after the other. This test leads to the next. This test leads to the next. They have to pretty much cancel out a whole lot of different things, but that gets real expensive. By the time they cancel out everything that you already knew it won't that. You knew it, but they kept going. So pretty much that's what we did. We went from doctor to doctor to doctor. She was right. I got to the point where I got fed up. Some of the doctors told me she wouldn't even let me go in because I got tired of every time we got to the doctor. We saw one doctor one week, got hope in that doctor, came back the next month. It was a totally different doctor. We just kept getting passed along, so nobody actually knew her story. So every time we got to a different doctor, we had to go back and repeat everything from step one, and they pretty much got in there and didn't know us. So we like, yo, so we got to do all of this again every time. So I got frustrated. I'm like, are y'all going to do your homework? Are you going to do your job? Are you going to go study up? Go study up on your patients. You should know who you're seeing next. So back in the day, it was a lot of doctors, because she didn't run across, but I did run across some good doctors. Some of the older doctors back in the day, they really cared about you as a person. And they really took their job serious. They came out there, they was real professional. So we started running across a lot of younger doctors. What was they?
They was like fresh out of school.
Fresh out of school, man. And really, we started to see that they were really normal. They was planning skiing trips and, hey, I'm going out of town this day, I'm going out, and they making side conversations, and we're sitting there worrying about our life. How we gonna survive. So that's what happened. And even with my prostate issues, I went to the doctor and I got some medicine, but that was it. Okay, go to another doctor, I can't really help you. From there, you gotta go get this test, this test, this test, this test. And nobody ever really set me down and said, okay, why don't you change your eating? Why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? None of the doctors said this to me. So that's when I started realizing, I said, okay, I really have to advocate and take care of myself, man. I can't just depend on a white coat, somebody in a white coat to say, hey, you're going to take all my problems away. Got to the point I couldn't just jump in a prayer line. Honestly, I believe in God. I believe prayer is powerful, more powerful than anything. But I had to start thinking. Jesus did leave us common sense. God left us common sense. So I had to get to the point where we had to start thinking about what we're actually putting in our body. I just can't pray over something that I know that's going to be bad for me and say, God bless it. And so it can take care of me. No. I had to start putting the natural things that God intended for us to have and things that God put here for our assistance. Herbs work. He made them. He created them. So we started going in a direction. We started going over to natural healing. So then we started studying. After you got all your diagnosis and all of the medicines and different things that they offered, none of them worked.
No.
All of them caused side effects to the point where, man, you had.
It was like high. I was like, felt like I was high, like just weird. Skin will break out. Yeah, all kinds of issues, man. Then she got to the point where the food, she couldn't even eat anymore. The medicine was destroying her stomach. She was so weak. She was tired all the time. And she was still working a full-time job. I don't even know how she did it. But she did it. God kept her. So So you studying. We coming up with changing how we eat.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
Okay. And that's the mindset. You know, you had to change the mindset. So once you started changing it, you start attacking the mindset, it's a whole different thing here. So my mindset wasn't there yet. I'm not gonna lie to you. My mindset wasn't there. Hers, on the other hand, she had a little stuff. She had a lot more going on than I did at the time. So her mindset changed. She started studying. Who was the first person you ran across?
Lisa Left Eye. I think I watched her videos over and over again. What she had mentioned, something, well, CMOS she had mentioned, but I didn't know what that was. So I'm doing research. I'm getting him to do research on it. He's doing research. And then we just coming up with a plan to see how we gonna change his diet. For me, I'm just like, oh, I can't eat pizza no more. I can't have no cereal. I can't have like candy, which I love cookies and all that stuff, but that was just rough. But I had to do it. I knew I had to do it, and he was being real resistant at the time.
Yeah.
So he'll hide his food to eat it, or wouldn't tell me he eating.
Yeah. Once my mindset changed, her mindset changed before mine, but once my mindset changed, I realized, so we had to get on the same page. It was causing all kinds of conflict in our relationship and everything else. We have to do this together. I realized this. You have to put the right things in your mind. You have to digest the right things. What you see with your eyes is pretty much what you're feeding your soul. So I had to start feeding my soul the right things. I had to start looking at what food was actually doing to me, how it was destroying my body. She had to do the same thing. So we started studying. We started changing little bit by little bit first. Taking one thing away at a time. It was painful, but it started working. So we're going to wrap this up, and we're going to go to commercial, and we're going to come right back, and we're going to continue talking about this mindset and how we're going to change this mindset right after this.
Real Talk with Dr. Rollins Fells. It's a place where we're going to have honest conversations that reframe reality, empower vision, activate faith, and liberate legacy. I'll see you then.
You may have a lot of questions about preparing for your financial future. Let's face it, preparing for the future can be overwhelming. My mission is to help create financial peace of mind and guide my clients on a path to a successful retirement. What's trending today may not always be what you need in 10, 20, or even 40 years from now, and it's my job to guide you through the uncertainty. You can't predict the future, but I can help you prepare for it. My name is Everett Fox, and I look forward to working with you soon.
All right, welcome back, family. I'm your host, Justin.
And I'm Janiqua.
We're back with Conversations That Matter. As we was talking about mindsets, putting the right things in your mind so that you can take those steps to change and also advocate for your health. CMOS.
We finally found it.
Yeah, we found it. It really changed our life. We haven't went a day without it since. And
it's been 2 years.
Yeah, it's 2 years. 2 years as of today. So pretty much, we found the CMOS. I started making it for my wife. She changed right away. When I tell you the moment she took it, it was like... It was
instant. I felt like somebody just shocked me with energy, and I was up. Nothing I took over the counter was working. That's how I know I felt like, I felt the effects of it fast.
Yeah, and not only that, one of her reasons for going to the doctor, once her digestive system got screwed up, she was using the bathroom, every 4 to 5 days sometimes, and I was looking at her like, yo, you gotta feel that. And she was in pain. She was going back and forth to the doctor, Miralax, all different types of stuff. They gave her everything in the book, telling her to double up on it. She still couldn't use the bathroom. So while trying to use the bathroom, while that's taking place in your system, I'm going to give you an insight of what's happening. when that stool is sitting in your system and it can't come out, that's why we talk about using the bathroom 2 to 3 times a day. It starts backing up in your system. So once it starts backing up, it will cause what you call a leaky gut. It will leak into your gut. It will leak into your bloodstream, It'll start circulating throughout your body. That's exactly how different cancers and different things will pop up different spots in your body. It's from your bloodstream, it's from your gut. Every underlying sickness comes from your gut. So we have to be real careful of detoxing, getting things out of our system. So when CMOS came along, she was able to use the bathroom again. She started having bowel movements. So that was even more important. She was excited. She was like, yeah, I use the bathroom, because that's pressure just leaving from your stomach. You see people walking around with all of this up here, and it's really just stool and things that needs to be releasing. Parasites, toxins, different things. So you'll feel so much better once you get that out your system. So we started on the CMOS. We really started seeing physical changes. I know me. I was 293 pounds at my highest. I know it don't look like it now, but I was 293, man. You were, what size were you? I didn't even like to say it. But
I was about a 16.
Okay. So the CMOS really started changing our life. Not only changing the inside, it's, we was dealing with the mindset, detoxing. Once you start detoxing your brain, your mind, everything just clears up. You're talking about, basically, you talk about clean blood flowing through your body everywhere. Not only that, CMOS has 92 minerals in it. So your body is actually getting a lot of the minerals that you normally need every day. It's not normally, you have to have these things. And you really can't find enough foods. So the mindset, the lifestyle, everything started changing. CMOS also is a fasting tool, so I'm gonna get into that, man. We started fasting by accident. I don't know y'all know the importance of fasting, but it's very important. So we actually started fasting by accident. I started off, I was experimenting and taking the CMOS. I remember calling my sister one day and I started crying. I was like, man, something wrong with me. I'm not hungry. I hadn't eaten 2 days, and she was like, you go to the doctor? That's the first thing everybody said. And I was like, but I feel good. I said, my stomach not hurting. I said, it's not doing anything. So that was a new normal for me. Talk about the new normal. I was actually walking around without feeling anything going on in my body. I was like, okay, is something wrong with me? And I'm asking her, like, yo, can you feel anything? You all right? So remember I was telling you, the indigestion, the acid reflux, everything that I was going through, I didn't have anymore. So I said, okay, let me start looking into this thing a little further. So it really interests me to start studying other things. I also was dealing with my prostate. I called myself grabbing little pills and stuff on the shelf, and I said, okay, let me start studying with this medicine that they're giving me, and let me try to find a natural herb that actually mimics that. So I started doing it. So that's pretty much how I started my journey, just putting things together. And I was actually trying to heal our bodies. I was trying to heal thyself. I was trying to heal myself. I was trying to heal my wife, because I found out how to fight back. I didn't know how. So that's when I was referencing to watching your loved ones suffer from diabetes, different things, different ailments. And all you can do is take them to a doctor's appointment, put them in a prayer line, put them on a prayer list, and hope that it happens. We say have faith, but hope. But faith without works is dead. If you actually take those herbs that God left for you, incorporate them in your body, incorporate the Daniel fast. There's things in the Bible that God tells us. He tells us how to take care of our body. In Genesis, every true bearing fruit should be your meat. Why did he say that? It's keys to it. So we started looking at those things. We started saying, okay, there's some healing going on here somewhere. And you really have to start advocating for your health. Just start advocating for your health, asking these doctors, just challenging them, saying, okay, is there anything natural that I can take? Where did this come from? How is this medicine going to affect my body? Just don't accept the fact that this is what it is. They're the smartest. They studied us, and okay. Nah, just don't do that anymore. So I challenge you this time around. We did the challenge last time to write down different things that you're putting in your body. So I want you to do this time. I want you to challenge yourself to actually look at your health conditions. Do you take everything that the doctors say right away? Do you actually look at what the side effects are? Are the side effects taking place in your body? is there a natural herb that's out there for you? And it's not just a natural herb, it's something that God gave to you. He gave it for us. He left it for us. So, thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Justin.
And I'm Janiqua.
The Conversations That Matter.
Let's be honest, making a lukewarm marketing video is fairly simple, but who wants lukewarm marketing? Instead, how about something that conveys your unique message? Well, that takes creativity, and creative is what we are. We design custom logos. We even offer professional print services. Our goal is to showcase how good your idea is, no matter what your product is. Whether it's social media marketing for a new author or the artwork for the book itself, we can help. You've created a new app and need a TV commercial to show it to the world. We can help.
Now there's Stork Advisor.
If you're a photographer trying to show off your work in a unique way, we can help. Need a promo for your TV show? We can help with that too.
It's Couch Time with Sonia.
We're an artistic bunch and we love the creative process. We're not trying to be the best in Houston. We're trying to be the best for you.
To recap, we talked about our mindset, finding a new normal, and advocating for our health. And do not forget the challenge. So we'll see you all next week.